Hi everybody, it's Mrs. G, Music Teach Mama on all social platforms. This is lesson 2 of how to sight read like a boss. Why has it taken me so long to get this episode out? Let me tell you. I lost the first 6 minutes of this lesson that I filmed, like raw footage. I filmed this lesson right after lesson 1. Don't know where it went. So what you're gonna notice, I just got my hair done. For the first part of this lesson, I'm gonna look like this, and for the second half, I'm gonna look like what I looked like before with my different hair. Not that it's that much different. Anyways, to review, we're gonna stay in D major. Here's your D major. We're gonna warm up by singing a major scale. You can follow along on the screen. Here's your do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, if you have not watched lesson 1, go do that or you're probably going to get confused. So here's today's goal. We are going to take the tonic and dominant patterns that we already did last lesson, and we're going to scramble them. So remember, we learned them in familiar order. Okay, so let's review familiar order really quick. You're just going to sing along with me, follow along on the screen. Here's your do, 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, do, re, ti, re. Do, sol, do, re, ti, sol. Sol, re, ti. Do, mi, sol. Sol, fa, re. Do, mi, do. All right, we're still sticking with the same 3-note patterns. Now it's time to scramble them. Here we go. All right, so here are the first 4 bars. First thing we're gonna do is label the patterns that you know. Pattern 1 is do, mi, do. What do you think the second one is? Teachers, if you're using this in the classroom, this is a great time to pause your screen. The first pattern I always try to get my students to identify is do, mi, sol. It's in most contest sight reading literature, so if you go to Solofest, it's gonna be in there. Do, mi, sol is a skip pattern. That means it's either going to space to the next space or a line to the next line. It's probably the easiest one to recognize. So where is our do, mi, sol pattern? 1, 2, 3, or 4? It is measure 3. So if you got 3, you were right. So I'm gonna give you do, and how I do sight reading is I'll give the tonic, so for major it's do, and then you're gonna do something called audiate through the phrase. So what does audiation mean? Audiation means you can hear the passage in your head. Like, let's say you got a song stuck in your head that you listen to on the radio or Spotify, and you can kind of loop the chorus in your head over and over again, or you can fast forward and rewind it. That's you audiating the sound. The biggest thing I want you to try to do is to not hum through it. Don't try to figure it out with your actual voice. Try to use your brain. All right, here's your do. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, you're gonna audiate through it. Now is the time to pause your screen until you're ready. All right, if you hit play, that means you're ready to test your skills. Okay, you're gonna sing along with me in order. Here we go. Let's check your answers. Here's your do, ready, go. Do, mi, do, sol, re, ti. Do, mi, sol, sol, fa, re. Great, let's move on to our next sequence of 4. So we're not starting on do, mi, do, so I'm gonna give you this one, just because it's only lesson 2. All right, so instead of do, you're gonna start on re. So if this is your do, then this is your re. Here's your re. Same process, audiate through it, pause the screen until you're ready. If you hit play, that means you're ready to go, so error check it with me. This is your re, 1, 2, ready, go. Re, ti, sol, sol, re, ti, do, mi, do. If you felt confident on all 8 bars, then let's go to the next part of the lesson. If you didn't feel confident, just feel free to rewind and go back and do it again. Okay, so for this next part of the lesson, I am magically gonna look different. I'll see you in lesson 3 though. All right, just as you are comfortable in D major, new key. I told you I wasn't gonna waste time. We're not gonna get you set in one key. Okay, we are going to do E flat major. Here we go. Okay, here's your do right here. Sing a major scale. It might be a little bit high, but don't worry about sounding beautiful on this. It's just to get your pitches. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now to really make you work, okay? We're gonna play a little identify the patterns game. So we're gonna start with number 1. Okay, I want you to focus on where do is. Do is on the first line of the staff for this exercise. Remember, this is the easiest pattern to identify, I think. It's a skip pattern. So if this is your do, you're going to try it. 1, 2, ready, go, do. If you got do, mi, sol, you are correct. Here's your next one to the right, number 2. Try it. 1, 2, ready, go. Good, let's check your answer. Do, sol, do. Next one, number 3, does not start on do. Let's see if you can figure it out without me telling you what it starts on. All right, sing it. Let's check your answer. Sol, fa, re. And lastly, another one that does not start on do. Try it. Here's the answer. Re, ti, sol. All right, next 3 patterns. Top 1. Should look familiar. Try it. Ready, go. Check your answer. Do, mi, do. Bottom left. Try it. Ready, go. Here's the answer. Re, ti, re. And finally, the last one on the right. Try it. Here's the answer. Sol, re, ti. If you got through those patterns with at least like an 80% accuracy rate, that's amazing. You are probably ready to move on to the next part. If you didn't, keep practicing. The more you practice, the easier it's going to get. And if you're frustrated, I promise you, you will get better. It's kind of like working a muscle. Okay, so it's like you're in preseason for soccer or something. You got to keep working on it and you got to keep building up those skills. Okay, the last part of this video is sight reading 4 bars that deviate a little bit off the patterns. I'm also changing the key again. I'm not sorry about it, okay? So we are in C major. Here's your do. Okay, let's sing a major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so this is where things can get a little bit stressful, all right? And I get it. I get it. This is why we're only starting with 4 bars. First of all, I only did half notes and quarter note. If you need a quick refresher on rhythm, a quarter note is 1 beat, a half note is 2. We are not doing 8th notes yet. I don't want to mess you up that bad. All of my sight reading is going to start and end on do for a while, so you can count on that. It's always going to start and end on do. So my number 1 rule when we're sight reading is to keep your do. That means give me a strong beginning and strong end, always on do. Okay. So if this is your do, I want you to audiate through the 4 measures that are on your screen right now. This is a great time to pause the video. The strategy that you should be using is identifying any patterns that we've done. So even though we're in a different key, they should look semi-familiar. They're going to have the same order of steps and skips within those patterns. It's just set on a different line or space. Okay, now that you're done audiating, let's test it. Here's your do. I'm going to start slow. 1, 2, ready, go, do. All right, here's the error check. Sing with me. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, do, mi, sol, sol, fa, re, mi, do. If you got that, that is amazing because that means you just completed lesson 2 of sight reading like a boss. If you didn't, that's okay. You can do one of 2 things. Go back to the beginning of this video just to get a quick refresh and try it again. Or if you want even more refresh, go back to lesson 1. It's fine. I think the biggest thing with sight reading that I always see is, especially with younger singers, is you want to be perfect the first time. And a lot of times that's not going to happen. So set a goal for yourself. Maybe you get 1 or 2 measures correct, and then you work your way up from there. Or maybe you just keep your do from beginning to end. That's also a really good goal, okay? I challenge you to be able to sing all your tonic and dominant patterns in your sleep. They're gonna haunt your dreams at this point. In lesson 3, we are going to extend up to 8 measures. We also might be introducing passing tones. So keep an eye out for that. You can click the link in the description if you would like to follow me on other platforms. I hope this video was really helpful. Like, subscribe. I would love it if you would comment things that maybe you need help with or topics that you're looking for. I am more than happy to help when I can, because just remember, I have 2 kids. So nap time's about to be over, so I'm gonna go. Have a great day, guys.